This week is National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Week. It's where the names of those firefighters who died are placed on the National Wall in Maryland.
Yeah, to kick off that event, firefighters here in Utah are holding their own memorial services. One of them took place right there in Herriman this morning. That's where Alex Cabrera is live tonight. And Alex, these memorials are always very touching.
No doubt being a firefighter is a very stressful job at times. Dan, you never know when the call is going to come, when they have to make that ultimate sacrifice. That goes for paid firefighters as well as volunteers. And if that time should ever come, well, that's why there are memorial events like the one that happened here in Herriman today to never forget them.
Really gets me to the core.
Clint Smith knows that feeling. He's the chief of the Draper Fire Department and has been to more firefighter funerals than he'd like to admit.
I was astounded at how many of these men I knew personally.
He's talking about some of the firefighters who shared the stage with him in Herriman this morning. This event was to honor all 70 Utah firefighters who have died in the line of duty.
Every one of these Utah firefighters has a story that we should strive to know.
Each name was read, followed by firefighters ringing a bell. Tradition for this type of memorial service.
We try hard not to forget the ultimate sacrifice people have made.
Among those being remembered, Layton firefighter Kendall Bryan, Springville firefighter Philip Whitney, and Draper firefighter Matthew Burchett, who Smith knew well.
Absolutely. Matt was one of the best.
But part of remembering firefighters is to also think about those who died by suicide. It's a serious issue within the fire service.
My early years in the fire service were just as you mentioned. It was, all about brawn and really not showing emotion. But there's no doubt that the things that we see and that we're asked to do, they affect us.
There are more resources now for firefighters, and talking about mental health is more accepted in the ranks than it used to be.
And I have actually been part of seeing that change finally start to come about.
Chief Smith feels there is still more work to do on that issue, but it's worth it. Anything to avoid more names being read next year. In Herriman, Alex Cabrera, KSL 5 News.
Thanks, Alex. The unified fire stations will also be lit in red tonight, honoring all those firefighters who have lost their lives nationally in the past year.